Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. And when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Happy Sunday, everyone. I am Brandi Pagano, your Administrator Plus, and it is my absolute pleasure and joy to serve as your MC today and welcome you to our wonderful High Desert Center for Spiritual Living Sunday celebration service in our beautiful community of Apple Valley, California. And this place is one of my favorite things. I missed you all last week, so I'm happy to be back. Merry Christmas, happy almost New Year, everyone. And now, everyone is invited to join in our community sing-along, so please stand if you choose and enjoy. Take it away, Chris and choir.
Celebration.
Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Let's celebrate.
There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on, celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the room, come on. Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have it's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Yeah. Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
Yahoo!
It's a celebration.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Let's celebrate.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, choir. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we are an all-inclusive center of love. We are transforming lives, and all we ask is that you stay open to changing your life by changing your mind. We recognize and celebrate each person as uniquely divine. We view each as an individualized expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, diversity, and inclusivity for all. Thank you all for choosing to be here today, and welcome home. And thank you to everyone who's watching us online as well. We are so happy that you're with us, and we hope to see you in person soon. And thank you, Nicholas, for everything that you do. Thank you for running our sound and our online services and everything. So thank you so much. I do want to give a big round of applause for Nicholas. He shows up every Sunday ready to work, and we are so grateful for you. And now, if anyone is joining us in person for the very first time today, a very special welcome to you. I don't think there's anybody here new today, but if you are, then you can pick up a welcome packet out in the garden room. And welcome back, everybody. All of the ways that you can connect with our center can be found in your program, so please take it home with you to keep handy throughout the week. And there's also ways that you can connect with the office if you have any questions. We also have a texting service where we send out announcements, inspirational messages, and more. There's no cost to sign up, so if you haven't already joined and would like to get our messages directly to your phone to stay connected, you can text JOIN, that's JOIN, to the number up on your screen. It's also in your program. This is a great way to stay connected to the office, where you can text any questions, submit a prayer request, or more. So I encourage everyone to join that service. Current events happening at our center can always be found at the concierge table, online through our social media platforms, and the community calendar found on our website. These are all updated regularly, so please check in often, as we are always adding more new and exciting opportunities to gather here at our center. We also have a printed calendar of events and affirmations that you can take home to keep handy as well, and it's in the garden room. Now for announcements. Today, right after service, Reverend Ann is hosting a 1-hour workshop all about visioning, sharing special techniques designed by Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith to assist in connecting with higher wisdom and inner guidance. I was going to read the flyer, but I forgot to bring it up here, so I apologize. But there's flyers all over in the social hall, so it's a really great workshop. I'm really personally looking forward to it, so thank you, Reverend Ann, for being here and facilitating that workshop. It is on a love offering, and you will gain tools and tips and insights on visioning. If you don't know who Michael Beckwith is, you can look him up, and Reverend Ann, I'm sure, will be talking about that later. So thank you so much. Join us right here in the sanctuary for a special 1-hour Global World Peace Meditation this Tuesday, December 31st at 4 a.m. Yes, 4 a.m. is correct. Wear your PJs too if you like. You don't have to get dressed up, don't worry. Optional potluck breakfast in the social hall after the meditation, and of course, all are welcome. This is an in-person only event. However, you can choose to meditate on your own as well. This is part of a global meditation that we do every December 31st. Our time happens to be at 4 a.m. So Google is your friend. You can look it up if you want to know all the things about the meditation day. It's all geared in oneness, unity, and peace as we move into the new year. So it's something that's been happening for a long time. Thursday, January 2nd at 9 a.m., all volunteers are invited to join us for an undecorating party as we remove and pack up all of our beautiful Christmas decor. Sorry, it can't stay. We appreciate all who are able to come and assist. Thank you. And our garden party usually happens the first and third Saturdays of each month. However, our facilities department would like me to inform everyone that the first Saturday just for this month is being canceled. So our garden party will resume on Saturday, January 18th at 8:30 a.m. See Frank if you have any questions. He's looking at me like I just got something wrong. So see Frank, because we probably have some questions. And thank you, Frank, and all of our amazing volunteers who help maintain our beautiful building and grounds. Next up, Reverend Valerie is hosting a special intentions workshop Sunday, January 5th, that's next Sunday, at 12 o'clock in the social hall. Participants will gain a clear vision of their intentions and how to embody them every day, while also gaining tools to manage any doubts and stay connected to their goals throughout the year. Come have fun and get excited about the new year, cultivating lightness in our being as we release emotional burdens and mental clutter that is not serving our highest and best. So again, that's next Sunday. So today we have visioning, next Sunday we have intention setting, and they all go together. Coffee Talk Hour, hosted by Reverend Valerie, is returning on Tuesday, January 7th from 9 to 10 a.m. This will be recurring on the first Tuesday of each month, and we hope to see you there. So again, it's only the first Tuesday of each month for Coffee Talk. We have a new book study and grief group offering facilitated by certified grief educator Angie Callahan, beginning on Thursday, January 9th at 5:30 p.m. For more info, please see the concierge table with flyers and a sign-up sheet, and you can connect with Angie, she's out today, or contact the office throughout the week if you have any questions on that. Our community leadership meeting happens on the first Saturday of each quarter. Our next meeting is on Saturday, January 11th from 9 to 10 a.m. We will also be participating in a community visioning together for our center, and all are welcome to join us. Again, this happens the first Saturday of each quarter. And now we have two important upcoming membership meetings to inform you about. One is on Sunday, January 12th. We have a special fiscal meeting, and on Sunday, January 26th, we have our annual community meeting. Both are right after service here in the sanctuary. Postcards will be sent out soon. However, please mark your calendars now for January 12th and January 26th, both for important membership meetings. Thank you. Our next CSL accredited class, titled Mental Equivalence, begins on Tuesday, January 14th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., facilitated by Reverend Valerie. This is a 5-week course, and you can find registration info at the concierge table or by contacting the office if you have any questions, or if you're interested in joining. And Mental Equivalence is by Emmett Fox, and it is a very, very powerful class because we know that what we think about, we bring about. And so holding that mental equivalent of what we want helps us to bring in that which we experience even faster. So with visioning and intention setting and taking this class, you're going to set yourself up for a wonderful, wonderful year. And now I invite Frank to come up to share about our board nomination. So let's welcome Frank.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Minor correction, the first meeting of the working group here will be on what will turn out to be the second Saturday, unusual. So that would be on the 9th of January. We have graffiti to paint over, we have repairs to irrigation systems to do, and also begin our annual trimming of the boughs. Many of the trees are completely out of control, and also other things, so we're going to be doing that type of work on the second Saturday of January. Now, what I'm supposed to be talking about is the board elections that are coming up in January. And we have 3 positions open at this time. We have one person who's already declared that they would like to be considered as a candidate. So what I'm asking of the general congregation here is that we need 2 more people minimum to serve on the board. And this is a unique opportunity to help lead this congregation. The board is primarily responsible for the physical facilities and the finances and that sort of thing of our organization. Reverend Valerie gets the teaching and preaching, the easy part, so that's good. But what we're looking for is people with experience, people who have the time, the talent, and the desire to help lead this organization into our new year. So we need a couple more volunteers. Please see any one of our members on the committee who are doing this. Clay Baylor's one, Anka George, she's probably, there she is, stand up Anka, here we are, and myself. And we also have our sign-up sheets out there in the garden room. They're usually a blue and purple page, so you can spot them easily. But this is really an opportunity to bring your talents, your time, to serve this place in a very unique way. It's not all work. There is a lot of fun involved with it. So please look into your hearts and see if you'd like to be part of leadership in this organization. And once again, see one of us or check with the sign-up sheet outside there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Also, as a reminder, our practitioner team is here to serve you. You can find a prayer request box in the garden room or see the practitioner of the day every Sunday after service near the piano for a quick spiritual mind treatment, which in the Science of Mind philosophy is what we call our affirmative prayer. Our practitioners are here to know the truth for you and work with you as you change your thinking to change your life. Thank you so much, practitioners, for your service. We appreciate you. And now I welcome all who would like to join us for hugs and handshakes. Take it away, Chris and choir.
Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Oh yeah,
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
that's right.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
Yours is too.
My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Woo!
There's just one thing I'd like to say before I get started. Carol, you should have continued dancing down the aisle. But no one knows which Carol I'm talking to, so you're safe. Sort of. Please join me in our affirmation for today. I'll read it once and you can join me for 2 more times. I am worthy of achieving greatness. Now please join me 2 more times. I am worthy of achieving greatness. Once more, I am worthy of achieving greatness. And so it is. Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises, they are in your program and up on the monitors. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, wealthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. And now for our contemplation time. I invite you to relax, turn within, and enjoy the moment. Julie will now join me in lighting the flames of faith. We perform the flames of faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings, come to the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religions, thought, and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony, equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the 5th candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the 6th candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the 7th candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the 8th candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the 9th candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcomed here. And as Julie lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And so it is. And as we take a deep breath, we move in even deeper to that spiritual presence, where we are one with the eternal, internal I am. Acknowledging that presence not only in this room, but within us, ourselves. I really bless this day, and for all of the wonderful people that support this center, not just financially, but physically. They get involved in all the activities we have, with all the anticipation of the greatness that we have, that we experience here. I bless Reverend Ann and the special message she brings us today on visioning, helping us acknowledge and realizing the book we are about to open for this new year, and help us navigate ourselves through that wonderful experience for the highest and best good for ourselves and others. I accept this good for each and every one, and for all of those that join the visioning this afternoon, knowing that everything is in perfect and in divine order. I accept this day, and so it is. And now I have the great pleasure of introducing our staff minister, Reverend Ann.
Thank you. Good morning, community. My talk today is a little bit different than visioning. Not sure how we crossed that path, but everything's perfect and complete. But my talk today is spiritual connection of communities. As mentioned, I'm Reverend Ann. I'm a staff minister here at Desert High CSL, and so honored and happy to be part of this community. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. I don't know about you, but I love this time between Christmas and New Year. I couldn't tell you what day of the week it is. I can't tell you what I'm doing. And it's just kind of nice to be thrown out of routine. So I hope you're embracing it like I am, but I'm having fun with it. And as mentioned, I am teaching a workshop on visioning after this. And so I hope you join me in setting that pathway into the new year, which really sets up nicely with Reverend Valerie's intention workshop. If you don't have a path, it's really hard to make intentions. So I also have cookies. I'm not below bribing people. So Please come. So today, we come together to really reflect on the profound truth that we are all interconnected, not only with one another, but with all creation. Through the lens of Ernest Holmes' religious science, the teaching of Jesus, nature, and scientific research, we'll explore the beauty and power of community, spiritual connection in action, and how this manifestation of service, love, and mutual support. To help me with crafting and researching my talk today, I used ChatGPT. Ernest Holmes, I forgot, and I'm going to need Nick. I forgot the clicker for the thing, but Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, teaches us that we live in a universe of oneness. He writes, "We are surrounded by an infinite mind which reacts to our thoughts and acts upon it." This infinite mind or spirit is the ultimate source of all of life. It flows through everything, connecting every person, every creature, every atom in the universe. Holmes' wisdom reminds us that we are not isolated. We're not isolated beings, but integral parts of the greater infinite consciousness. And Nick is saving me here. Thank you, Nick. Let's hear it. Let's see, I got that? Okay. Okay, just as a single wave cannot separate itself from the ocean, we are inseparable, connected to one another and to the divine source. When we recognize that we are an expression of the divine, we understand separation is an illusion. Holmes reminds us that our individual lives are threads in the vast tapestry of spirit. No thread is isolated. Each is woven into a whole, creating a masterpiece of interconnected beauty. This understanding calls us to embrace community, for it is in community we find spirit visible. Consider the moment of the wisdom of trees. Scientists have discovered that trees in a forest form an intricate underground network through which their roots, often referred to as wood wide web. Yes, try saying that 3 times. But wood wide web. So through these networks, trees communicate. They share nutrients and support one another. A large, healthy tree nurtures a younger or struggling tree. When a tree is attacked by pests, it can send warning signals to neighboring trees, enabling them to prepare their defenses. Is this not a reflection of spirit in action? Trees remind us that we thrive not in isolation, but in collaboration. The strong help the weak help the strong. Resources are shared for the good of the whole. This is the natural law that we as spiritual beings are called to embody. The natural system mirrors the spiritual principles of unity and service. The trees interconnect, ensuring survival and health of the entire forest, not just the individual trees. This is a vivid reminder that our well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. Like the trees, we are called to support and nourish one another, recognizing that strength of community depends on the care we give to each member. The call to service, a divine mandate. In the heart of every spiritual tradition lies the call to service. Holmes emphasizes that the highest expression of our spiritual nature is found in giving and serving others. Service is not merely a duty, it's an outpouring of divine love within us. Holmes writes, "The spirit within us is God working through us, and through acts of service, we become conduits of this divine energy." In the teaching of Jesus, who exemplifies the power of community and service, Jesus' ministry was deeply rooted in service and inclusivity. He reached out to the marginalized, healed the sick, fed the hungry, and welcomed all who sought his presence. His actions demonstrated that true community transcends barriers of race, class, and creed. It's the healing power of community. Liza Rankin, MD, in her book, Mind Over Medicine, offers scientific validation of this truth, showing that our emotional and social connections plays a critical role in our health and longevity. She writes, "Loneliness and isolation are quite toxic, are literally toxic to the body. On the other hand, connection, love, and community create a fertile environment for healing and vitality." Rankin explains that loneliness is more detrimental to our health than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Chronic loneliness triggers a stress response in our body, elevating cortisol levels and suppressing the immune system. Without meaningful connections, our bodies suffer. On the other hand, being part of a supported community can increase life expectancy, improve immune functions, and even reduce the risk of chronic disease. To illustrate this, I'm going to use a remarkable story about Roseto, Pennsylvania. This is a real-life example of how a community heals and sustains life. In the 1960s, Dr. Stuart Wolfe, a physician and sociologist, studied Roseto and became intrigued because the town residents had an unusually low rate of heart disease, far lower than the national average. At first, scientists assumed the phenomena was due to diet and genetics, but they were quickly ruled out. The Rosetians ate a traditional Italian diet high in pasta and fat, and they smoked and drank as much as the other Americans. What set Rosetta apart was the strength of their community. Rosetta was a town of Italian immigrants who brought with them a deeply connected way of life. Extended families lived together. Neighbors frequently gathered for meals, and no one was left isolated or unsupported. The town shared in joys and burdens, celebrated together, and rallied around each other in times of need. The culture of connection created a measurable protective effect on their lives. The lesson here is clear. It wasn't their physical habits that protected the Rosetians. It was their spiritual habits, their communal living, or that individual living in a supported community, provided them with a sense of purpose and love, which Holmes would describe as natural expression of divine unity. The story of Rosetta aligns perfectly with Holmes's teaching. Our mental attitudes and reactions are but reflective of our inward thought patterns. When we live in a state of disconnect or loneliness, those inward patterns manifest in illness. But when we embrace the divine gift of community, we foster conditions of healing, vitality, and joy. Jesus modeled this truth in his ministry. He never worked alone. Instead, gathering disciples and cultivating relationships with those he served. His miracles often occurred in community settings where faith and collective belief amplified the healing power of spirit. Similarly, the Rossettians' collective way of creating a field of well-being that extended to every member of the community. Rosetta also offers a lesson in fragility of a community. As we reflect on this miracle story, let us also consider its sobering conclusion. By the end of the 70s, the close-knit community that had protected its residents for decades began to unravel. The younger generation, children of the original Italian immigrants, left Roseto to attend college, pursue careers, and embrace an individual lifestyle. As the children moved away, extended families that once lived together dissipated. The frequent gatherings, shared meals, and neighborly interactions that defined Rosetta culture diminished. By the time the community ceased to exist in its original form, Rosetti's heart attack rate had risen to match the national average. Dr. Wolfe, the physician and sociologist who studied Rosetta, drew a powerful conclusion from its rise and fall. He observed that isolated individuals may become easily overwhelmed by challenges. This kind of overwhelm can activate the body's stress response, elevating cholesterol levels, increasing inflammation, and weakening the immune system. Over time, these physiological changes can lead to chronic disease. By contrast, when individuals are surrounded by a supported community, the opposite occurs. The feelings of connection and belonging, allowing the individual to relax, alleviate stress, foster a sense of safety. This relaxation has positive effects on the bodies physiologically. It strengthens the immune system, reduces the risk of disease, and in some cases even leads to disease remission. Dr. Wolfe's finding affirms the truth that Holmes taught that humans are not designed to live in isolation. Holmes wrote, "The universe holds nothing against us. It can hold nothing against us unless we hold it against ourselves. Therefore, we should not isolate ourselves from the good of life." To isolate ourselves is to sever our connections not only to others, but also to that divine flow in all of life. Our connection to others is not just an emotion or social need. It's a necessity for our spiritual and physiology. When we are part of a supportive community, we feel held, not just by the people around us, but by the divine presence that moves in them. This sense of being held allows us to surrender our fears and challenges, knowing that we are not alone. In this state of surrender, that the healing occurs, for our bodies and our spiritualities are finally able to rest and rejuvenate. How can we create a healing community? There are many ways, but today I'm going to share just 4 examples. Active listening and cultivating awareness. Building community requires that we truly hear one another, listening with compassion, without judgment. is a powerful way to honor the divine in others. Practice seeing beyond external differences to share the essence of what connects each other. In community, there is a power in simply being present for one another. Take time to build meaningful connections with others. Listen deeply, share openly, create space where people feel valued and supported. Like the Rossettians, gather to celebrate, mourn, or simply share life's moments. We create healing energy by showing up with love and compassion. Acts of kindness be in service. Service strengthens bonds and reminds us that we are not separated, but deeply interconnected, like the trees. This means that service is not optional. It's our heartbeat, the natural outflow of our interconnectedness. When we serve, we honor the divine within ourselves and others, and we allow Spirit to do the work. Look for opportunities to serve here within your high desert CSL community, whether it's volunteering, mentoring, taking classes, simply being present, or even being on the board, as Frank reminded us. You can make a difference. The next one is prayer, meditation, and visioning. When we take time to center ourselves in prayer, meditation, and visioning, we attune our hearts to Spirit, open ourselves up to divine guidance. Reverend Michael Beckwith, founder of Agape in LA, created and demonstrated how visioning together forms a vibrant, prosperous, and supported community. He simply states that visioning is a fine-tuning of the inner ear to the needs of the heart and soul. As we individually affirm this truth, we create a vibration that attracts harmonious connections with others. Today, as mentioned, following this service, I'm offering a workshop on Reverend Beckwith's visioning. So join me in the New Year path. If you're even just a little bit curious, stop by. You don't have to participate. Just come, sit back, and enjoy the conversations. And of course, cookies. And lastly, a call to action. So community is not just a spiritual idea, but a divine necessity for our health and wholeness. Whether it's our time, our talents, treasures, sharing what reflects the abundance. When we give freely, we participate in the flow of giving and receiving. Participate, bring your gifts to classes and meetings. In doing so, we not only heal ourselves, but we also create a world that reflects infinite love and unity of spirit. May we, like the trees, give freely of ourselves, serve one another, and nurture that divine spark within every soul we meet. I would like to share with you my recent spiritual journey. I became a minister on January 31st of this year. At the time, thank you. At the time, I really thought I wanted to focus my attentions on what's called a teaching center. And so while I was writing my business plan, it really dawned on me that I want a community. I was really longing to be around people, to form a community. So I guess as you see, what really led this up to it is I live alone, well, except for my dog, and in a neighborhood, in a lovely neighborhood, and I'm really close to a lot of my neighbors. We go out to eat, we meet regularly, we walk together. I'm also a avid swimmer and part of a community called the Masters. And once again, I gather with other swimmers and we swim together under the guidelines or the authority of a coach, so we work together. And then I guess the third thing is I have an independent consulting business that I work independently with companies. So I do a lot on my own, but interact with other folks. So as you can see, most of my life is like segmented into these interdependent things. And that's what really brought me to this community, was the sharing of community. So I invite you to share with me what resonates for you. Let me know what you need me to bring to support this lovely community. Together, let's figure out our spiritual service for ourselves and each other. Maybe it's through potluck, classes, gathering, or other community events. In closing, I want to quote the wisdom of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Oh, sorry, I didn't. I think I do. There we go. Our goal is to create a beloved community, and this will require a quantitative change in our soul, as well as a quantitative change in our lives. So what he's really saying is that it'll take quality change, things that really light us up, but that quality of change that affect our soul, resulting in a quantity, a largeness in our lives. We are not isolated beings. We are expressions of one spirit, interlinked, connected to one another. As we embrace this truth, let us commit ourselves to service, to love, to building a community that reflects the divine. Thank you. And so if you would, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to take a moment and just put us into prayer, just a very quick prayer to come together as a community. So if you would, please take a nice soft gaze on the Christmas tree, or close your eyes and just allow that divine spirit, that one source, that one love to come through and be part of who we are and what we are. And know that you are one with this divine spirit. We are one together in this community of love. May we, like the tree, share and nourish our gifts and strengthen each other as we come together to form this loving, supportive community. And I give thanks to the opportunities, to the many things that we can do through this community and the communities we touch all through our lives. And I'm grateful for all the support and all the activities and the guidance that we get from all the volunteers and all the folks that step up and say yes, or sing out their lovely voices. And I'm grateful for this time of year when things naturally slow down, but bring us together as family. And I gently and easily release this into the universe that says yes, and so it is. Amen. Thank you.
And we have some music.
This is now our giving time. Please take a moment to join me in appreciation for this beautiful community and our science and mind philosophy. Thank you so much, Reverend Ann, for your talk today. I want to share this community has saved my life, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. So the connection of our beautiful community and that what we have, that's what we give thanks for today, so that we can continue to do this every Sunday and all of our classes and our gatherings throughout the week. So your giving continues to change lives, to transform lives, including your own if you will choose. So I'm going to go back on script now. I would not be me, and I would not be standing here today if it wasn't for this beautiful community. We know that we live in an abundant universe. There is always more than enough. And we use this time to open up the flow of abundance that is happening and unfolding perfectly right now. We circulate this energy with the power and presence of our gratitude. We appreciate contributions of any kind to support this growing spiritual center. In addition to placing your offering in the basket today, there are various ways that you can give, various ways that you can contribute to our center, and that information is up on the monitors. Thank you, Nick. Because of you, our service and experience here together continues to be possible, and the possibilities are definitely growing. Thank you for supporting the vision of this spiritual center and our philosophy. Thank you, ushers, for your service today. Now I invite everyone to please join me in reading aloud our Declaration of Affirmative Giving. It's located inside your program and also on the monitors. And I invite you to take a breath with me and ground in, feeling that presence of love and gratitude flowing through our hearts, our bodies, and our mind. And we begin. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Oh, we come together in great thanks for the offerings that just make this community thrive and grow and prosper the whole world. It just radiates out like the trees. And we come together in knowing and loving, knowing it does good work here, good work everywhere. And with that, I release this into the spirit that says yes, and so it is.
So it is. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Reverend Ann, for being here today.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to your visioning workshop right after fellowship. So, and thank you, choir. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, practitioners. Everyone that joined us today, thank you so much. And as we know, and we love to affirm, all is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. So I invite everyone to join us in circle as we close out this beautiful service with God Makes Me Want to Sing. Happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you in the fellowship hall for coffee and cookies and our visioning workshop with Reverend Ann. Happy New Year.
I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. Can't help it, God makes me want to sing. I can't help it, God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything. Life is good, all is well.
I do want to remind everybody that this is the last week we will have our Christmas decorations up. So if you'd like to take any photographs in front of the Christmas tree, today would be your last day to do that to enjoy. So thank you.